Ayo, what be going on, guys? It be Dimon360, and I'm back with part 3 of my High Republic review. And, this is meeting the Padawans. So, in the first part, where I have a complete insanity rant, which I do not take back any words I said in that, those were the Knights and the Masters. Now we're going to take a look at the Padawans and the students and the apprentices of the Jedi, and I'm actually going to be comparing them to my two Jedi in my version of the High Republic. Now, I will leave a link to that video in the description below, but if you didn't know, I have a High Republic project. Well, it isn't the High Republic, but it's my own version for all the subscribers and the whole community. You don't even have to be subscribed. You can just, if you're into Star Wars and you want to write, you can join us. You don't even have to subscribe if you're not comfortable with it. I'd like it if you did, but you don't have to. But I have two Jedi, and we're going to be comparing them, as one of them is a Padawan and one of them is just a regular Jedi Knight, but he starts off the series as a Padawan. So my version of the High Republic takes place during the new Sith Wars with Darth Ruin and leading up to the Brotherhood of Darkness. But anyway, let's just get into this. I think there's 4 Padawans. So, introducing the next class of Jedi from a very long time ago. It's 200 years before the prequels. My High Republic is taking place over 1,000 years. Grow up. An exclusive series, blah, 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 blah. We get a starring Padawan learners. Okay. Lucasfilm's multi-platform epic Star Wars High Republic. Yeah, right, it'll be epic. It's gonna be trash. Back the clock to the golden age of the Jedi. That means not just stories about fully trained Jedi Knights, but their apprentices as well. No two Padawans will be alike. Good, we want new characters. We want interesting characters. Okay. So, the High Republic Padawans really run the gauntlet in terms of skill, devotion, and personality. Some are reluctant to seek out adventures, while some are perhaps a little too eager. Okay, that sounds good. While some are extremely talented in the Force, while others may have to work a little bit harder. We wanted to showcase a wide range of young people in the hopes every reader can find someone they relate to. Watch there be none of them that we can relate to, because that's what Disney Star Wars does. Well, I mean, actually, I will admit that when Jedi Fallen Order came out, I could really relate with Cal Kestis quite a bit, actually. And even Trilla, to an extent. I will not get into why I can sympathize with characters with such dark backstories, but especially Trilla. But yeah, I can... Oh, that's Star Wars Only. Yeah, I also follow Star Wars Only on Discord. You can go follow him, too. He's cool. But anyway, Bel Zetfar. Okay, that's our first boy, and he is apprenticed to the legendary Loden Greatstorm, who is one of the Jedi Masters that was in the Knights and Masters. You can go check that video out. I didn't really have a problem with Loden Greatstorm, apart from him being kind of plain, but, you know, he's just your everyday Jedi Master, so, okay. And he hopes he survives the experience. What's so bad about Loden Greatstorm? They said he was a good teacher. What is he doing to these kids? He will be in light of the Jedi. He and his master are currently stationed at a Jedi outpost on the ore world of Elfrania, deep in the Outer Rim, where they work to keep the peace and spread the light. Though the conditions are harsh, and Bell spends most of his time training, the Jedi to be finds enjoyment wandering the iron hills of the planet with a charhound named Ember. Light of the Jedi features another Padawan, however, who trains under much different circumstances. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Bel Zetfar. So, he and his master, they aren't at the temple very often. He trains on kind of like a distant planet. So, I think that's kind of cool that not every Jedi just trains at the temple at this time period, that they do follow their own experiences. I don't understand why he's playing with an animal like Ember. I don't know, that's kind of weird to me. Not like, it's not weird, but it's like, What's he doing? Why are there animals on an iron hill? Like, I don't know, if it's a scrapyard, like, if it's an ore world, a mining world with iron hills, why would there be living creatures on there? Why wouldn't the species die? I mean, I don't really have a lot of problems with this kid. Not yet, at least. I haven't seen the concept art for him, but so far, I don't have problems with him. Oh, I know about this one. This is the Wookiee one, I believe. Buryaga is one of the few Wookiees to travel from the lush forests of Kashyyyk to study in the ornate halls of the Jedi Temple. While he's skilled with his two-handed lightsaber, it is Buraga's natural, effortless ability to sense the emotions of others that sets him apart from other members of the Jedi Order. The Wookiee studies under Jedi Master Nib Assek, who I have no idea who he is. They'll probably write a story about him, who learned Shriwook in order to more properly educate her student in the ways of the Force. Buryaga is gifted, but in any school, there's always a golden child. So he's like the golden child. How many golden childs can you have? You have Avar Kriss, the Mary Sue, you have Vernesta Raw, and now you have Wookiee Jedi. How many more can you have, honestly? They're saying you can always have one golden child. Why do you have, like, 7? Okay. I like that he has a strength in telepathy and Jedi empathy. It reminds me a lot of Master Saizi Tin from the Clone Wars, is that when he was very young, he had no control over his telepathic abilities. Like, he would just ornately feel people's lightsaber strikes or their emotions. And then it wasn't until his training where he fully became a master of telepathy. It also reminds me of Depa Billaba. If you don't know who she was the Padawan of Mace Windu and the master to Caleb Doom or Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars Rebels. But she was very powerful with Jedi empathy to the point that during the Clone Wars, she led a mission to Mace Windu's homeworld, and the amount of death that happened on the planet, like, her Force empathy or her Jedi empathy, based on all the death that was happening around her, drove her mad and drove her completely to the dark side. So that could lead to some interesting stories. I doubt they're going to do anything with it. But if there's all this chaos and destruction and pain going around, a Jedi with those empathetic powers could be, like, really damaged by the amount of loss in the galaxy. I doubt they're going to do something like that because it's Disney and they really don't care about Star Wars as long as it makes them money. Unless it's Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau, because so far they seem like the two people who actually care about the franchise and actually care about what they're doing. Well, apart from, like, the actors, like, it's being very clear to me that, like, Giancarlo Esposito and, what's his name, Carl Weathers, they seem like they're into their characters quite a bit, but I digress. Okay. In the High Republic Adventures, all ages comic from the IDW Publishing, readers will meet Lula Talisula, who is all about the Jedi Order, according to writer Daniel Jose Older. Oh god, this is going to be bad. She loves it, she can hardly wait to get knighted, and she wants to be the best Jedi that ever was. Besides being amazing and top of her class with a lightsaber, she's got loyal and compassionate, and looks out for her two best friends, Farzala and Quat, especially when they're causing mischief. Finally, one Padawan will get a harsh dose of reality. Okay. I knew this was gonna happen. Yep. If you didn't know, Daniel Jose Older, kind of an SJW crazy man on Twitter. He's kind of a nut job on Twitter. I was kind of expecting this from one of his Jedi. We have another Mary Sue. Not only do we have a Jedi Master, Mary Sue, and Avar Kriss, but we have Lula Talisola. Yeah. Now, I didn't tell anybody this, but we're going to be having an April Fool's matchup, and it's going to be the Battle of the Mary Sues. It's going to be Ray versus Avar Chris, and I was actually going to painfully read through Light of the Jedi and go through that pain just to make that matchup. I might just wait until someone on, like, comic forums just comes up with, like, an analysis of her or shows off her powers and abilities, and I'll just take those. But, yeah, maybe it's going to have to be a three-way battle now between a Padawan, a Jedi Master, Mary Sue, and, what would we call Rey? Just, like, the Grand Master of Mary Sue's? I'm not sure. But, yeah. Sorry. Oh, God. I feel like I know what she's going to look like. I feel like I've seen some concept art of her, but... Oh, boy. Okay, the last one. Claudia Gray's young adult novel, Into the Dark, features Reath Silas, a Jedi apprentice who will see what the galaxy is really like. Reath's had a somewhat privileged apprenticeship because his master, Jorah Mali, is a member of the Jedi Council. That means he spent a lot more time on Coruscant in an elevated diplomatic meeting, and that kind of thing. So the frontier is going to be a huge transition for him. Gray says, Reath's learning is what he's really made of. Okay. So, this kid, he reminds me a lot of one of the Jedi that I am writing about in my High Republic. That Jedi is by the name of Jonalyn Stabby, and that's my character, is Jonalyn Stabby. But, also, there was some stuff in the New York Comic-Con that Claudia Gray said about Reath Silas, is that he does not have a very powerful connection to the Force, and I think that's really weird because, guess what? Jonalyn doesn't have a very strong connection to the Force. Now, as an outline for how similar these two Jedi are, and I had no idea. Like, I did not copy her. Like, I had no idea until, like, a few days ago how similar they were. And I had already written Stabby as a character. But, my character, Jonalyn Stabby, his master is also a Jedi Council master. However, to a very different level. It seems that Reath's master is more of a diplomatic Jedi, whereas his master, or Jonalyn's master, Master Kirkhair Hindku, he is anything but a Senate, sitting in the Senate kind of Jedi. He is always on the front lines, going everywhere. But, a lot of what he does, like, Jonalyn doesn't really know peace. He doesn't know politics and senatorial meetings. Because he and his master are always on the front lines, bringing conflict to an end. And that's kind of his thing. Jonalyn also doesn't have a very strong connection to the Force. And this leads to him spiting the Force. He doesn't like the Force because it's like, it gave the Jedi all these other Jedi, all these crazy abilities, but not me. Why didn't it give me powers? Am I not special? And this leads to Jonalyn, like, self-loathing and actually trying to use the Force as little as possible. So throughout his stories, he's almost never using the Force or a lightsaber. Like, he carries a blaster. Like, during many of his missions, despite his master not being a big fan of that, he carries a gun. He carries explosives, and he is a up-and-coming Jedi Sentinel, obviously. But anyway, enough of a tangent. Sorry, I got caught up in self-promoting. You can also write your own Jedi if you want to. Join the High Republic team. Okay, so here's the concept art. So we got Buryaga. Okay. He's literally using Stellan Gios's lightsaber. The concept art for the Jesus Jedi's lightsaber, he's literally using it. They're that lazy that they couldn't even pick a new design for their lightsabers. How pathetic, but then again, it's Disney, so it's kind of predictable. I really don't have a problem with this. The robes look weird on him. I would have preferred, like, more, like, darker robes, but, You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just, again, I know that a lot of people are mad about this because apparently George Lucas said there are no Wookiee Jedi. But let's not forget that George Lucas worked on the Clone Wars, where there is an arc with a Wookiee Padawan named Gunji. And he let that be canon. And we know he let it become canon because Filoni was his protege doing that show. So, I don't have a problem with Wookiee Jedi. I don't have plans to make a Wookiee Jedi, actually, but, yeah, whatever. And this is Reith Silas. Oh my god. Why does he look like me if I was hot? Not that I am not, but, I like his robes. He has a standard green lightsaber. He looks really basic. Like, he's just so basic. Why is he so basic? Why can't there be, like, anything complex about him? I don't get that. Like, not to self-promote or anything, but at least Jonathan Stabby, who is also a human male, who isn't an alien, I at least distinguish him. Like, his robes are more, like, combat-made. Like, he has, like, a combat vest over his robes, and he has, like, a more heavy belt, and he has a blaster and stuff, and he has, like, a scar and stuff. But, yeah, he feels way too basic. Here's the next Mary Sue! Yup, I got the concept art. Perfect. But I'm going to actually say something. At least it's not a white woman, like Rey and Avar Kriss. At least if they're going to make more Mary Sues, they're going to be diverse about it. So, I was actually not expecting a blue lightsaber. That was kind of a surprise, but, you know, whatever. And then this is, Bel Zitfar, who we talked about. What the hell is that? What is that creature? Oh my god, that's creepy. Also, yeah, cool Jedi. Also, why can't we have more unique lightsabers? I don't really care. I just feel like 3 characters with standard lightsabers. But, what is that creature? That scares me. It doesn't scare me, but I am uncomfortable by that thing. Also, I noticed that all of their belts are colored off of their lightsabers. Like, she has blue and a blue lightsaber. He has a green belt and green lightsaber. And I noticed, yeah, even the Wookiee has it. And even Reith has it. So what if they lose their lightsabers and they ignite, like, a purple lightsaber? Does that mean their belt just magically colors itself to purple? Just, like, changes color. Ooh, sorry about that. Based off the lightsaber? That would actually be pretty funny. But yeah, that's gonna do it. As I've already said, I don't really have a lot of hope for the High Republic. I really don't care about the High Republic. I'm really more concerned on my own High Republic with my own Jedi. Because I'm actually, like, concerned about making deep and fleshed out characters rather than just money-making or diversity propaganda. Jedi. Like, for instance, my main character, Siren Call, who I've already talked about a little bit, he's the main character of my series, just of my stories. He doesn't, if you want to join in and make your own stories, he does not have to be the main character of your stories. But, he's the main character of my stories, is that his master was the first Jedi to follow Phineas to the Sith and became the second of the Sith, the second Jedi after Phineas to turn to the dark side. So it was Ruin, immediately followed by Siren's master, whose Sith name is Darth Saron. That's his Sith name. If you can't hear in the background, I'm actually swinging a lightsaber around as I'm talking. So, but yeah, I don't have it doesn't have any lights or sounds. It's just like a child's toy that I just kind of picked up. But, yeah, and he has to struggle with, because his whole life, like, his whole thing is, I want to please my master. I want to be, like, the best Jedi my master would have wanted, because he thinks his master's dead. And then it's like, he's a complete failure to his master now, because he's a Sith, and he doesn't like Jedi anymore. But, yeah, his whole arc is, he's trying to be, he wants to, like, have someone to look up to. He wants to be the hero everyone sees in him, but after his master turns, he's like, no, I'm not. I'm a loser. I'm going to turn now because I'm a failure, and he has to learn he's not a failure, and it's not a set of expectations. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't care. Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1, Chapter 9 is on Friday. I will definitely be doing a review of that. Without a doubt, I will be doing a review of that video. Of that episode. I will also, in that video, I will be talking about the reported Darth Bane series, the Kanye West stuff where he slammed the Star Wars sequel trilogy and all of Disney's Star Wars for that matter, and praised the Star Wars prequels, which when I heard that interview, I was jumping up and down out of my seat. I was like, I was literally saying out loud the Joker, the line from the Joker movie. How about another joke, Kathleen Kennedy? You get what you boom deserve, boom. Like I just said that line out loud, like, oh. Except I replaced Murray with Kathleen Kennedy. But, yeah, but I will be talking about all that different stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video on Friday. Peace.